Mesdames, Messieurs, good morning. My name is Mariela Skendi, and together with Marion Alard, we will be presenting the results of the SNECHO-MG study on the use and the impact of point-of-care ultrasound in French general practice. We have no conflicts of interest to declare. POCUS is increasingly being integrated in primary care over the past few years, and several European countries have reported their experience, reflecting a growing international interest. At the same time, the field is becoming more structured. WONCA has published a position paper supporting the use of POCUS in family medicine, and the European Federation of Ultrasound in Medicine and Biology, the EFSUM, published recommendations on core competencies and training in 2025. And this year, EURACT published a position paper on POCUS education for general practice. However, despite this international momentum, prospective data describing the real-world use and impact in French general practice were still lacking, as pointed out by the Haute Autorité de Santé, the High Health Authority, in 2022. Our objective was therefore to describe how French GPs use POCUS in daily practice and to evaluate its impact on patient management.
This was a prospective multi-center observational study conducted across France between January 2023 and June 2024. We recruited GPs performing POCUS in routine practice. Each GP was followed between 22 consecutive working days, during which all eligible patients undergoing POCUS were invited to participate. For every examination, the GP completed a standardized questionnaire immediately before and after POCUS regarding the diagnostic hypothesis and plan management. Using each patient as their own control allowed us to directly assess the contribution of POCUS to clinical decision-making. 37 GPs from 11 French regions included 655 patients. GP used it in a median of 7.6% of consultations, corresponding to about 1.6 examinations per day. Importantly, each examination lasted only 7 minutes, demonstrating that POCUS is feasible within the time constraints of routine primary care. The most frequently explored anatomical area were the abdomen, urinary tract, musculoskeletal system, and the obstetrical gynecological area. But feasibility is only part of the story.
More importantly, POCUS had a major impact on clinical decision-making. Diagnostic confidence increased in 90% of consultations, and the proportion of patients with a single diagnostic hypothesis more than doubled after the examination. These diagnostic improvements translated into important changes in patient management. The need for additional imaging decreased substantially, mainly due to fewer requests for conventional ultrasound and X-rays. Acute hospital referrals were almost halved. Overall, POCUS changed the patient's care pathway in 85% of consultations. Our findings show that POCUS can be successfully integrated into routine general practice without substantially extending consultation time. It improves diagnostic confidence, reduces additional imaging and acute hospital referrals, and has a marked impact on patient management. One limitation is that participating GPs were self-selected and already experienced POCUS users, representing an early adopter group. Therefore, these findings may not be fully generalizable to all French GPs. Nevertheless, our results support the development of structured training pathways and to national recommendations for the safe implementation of POCUS. In conclusion, this perspective, multi-center study provides real-world evidence that POCUS is both feasible and clinically valuable in general practice. We want to thank you for your attention and thank sincerely all the participating GPs, the support team, the co-authors in the room and elsewhere in the world.